the network, because of the distortions that comes with the presence of the president. But on a light note and a very good note, he is coming here to inaugurate and, also witness the groundbreaking for the construction of the Aga Khan Hospital here. And, also this has a lot to say on what the impact will be, especially for the health sector, since he started this conversation in 2016, 2017. And years later, it's now coming to fruition. With me, like I said, for those who have been watching us, from the morning, we've been speaking to different people, and I still have a couple of more people who are already here because the house is full. The team from the Aga Khan is already here, the foundation. We have ministers, we have some members of parliament, and the general public, including some of the students here at the university. But let's start with this lady here. Tell me your name. I'll hold the microphone.
Hi, so I'm Dr. Tanya Bubala, and I'm the Provost and Vice President Academic of the Global Operations of Aga Khan University.
Good to have you here, and good to have you in Uganda. I would like to understand from you, just highlight for us, the academic programs. What would you say is our leverage when we speak the academic programs?
So this is an incredible university. So Aga Khan University operates globally in 6 countries. We operate in Pakistan, in Afghanistan, in the United Kingdom, and 3 countries in East Africa, Uganda, Kenya, and Tanzania. And what we're opening today is our newest campus, which we're so excited to bring to Uganda. And the programs that we are offering here right now is predominantly nursing. So to date, we have graduated more than 1,500 nurses in Uganda. Our principles that we operate under are to make an impact in the countries and the regions that we serve, to offer the highest quality education with world-class facilities and world-class faculty, to make our work relevant to the communities that we serve, and to enable access and with financial assistance for the best students to come into our programs. And so we're so excited. We're just starting a new undergraduate degree in Bachelor of Science in Nursing, and we have trained many professionals. We think that this is a waterfall effect, because if we bring nurses in from their communities, have trained many professionals. We because if we train them with the best quality, they take those learnings back into their communities to improve the system and become nursing leaders within their regions and within the country and for Uganda.
Okay, so for the coming programs, have you fine-tuned them to suit the Ugandan setting?
Yes, and so this is the relevance piece. So our faculty leads are Ugandan, our teachers are Ugandan, but they're operating within a global context of quality. And so we're very excited. On this ground, like right here where we're standing, we're about to break ground on a hospital. So soon that quality of medical care and health care with an academic medical center, with medical residents and specialists being trained here, is the vision for a few years down the road. But we're not only a health operation. We also train teachers and do professional master's programs for teachers to improve teaching quality. Right now we're running that in Tanzania, but we have had many Ugandan students come through that program. And then we also have a school for media and communications and a new master's program in strategic communications. And we have graduated more than 1,200 Ugandan students through our various programs in media and communications. And of course, we're on the media right now, so this is very near and dear to your heart.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And of course, I told you who is here already. I saved the best for the last. The Aga Khan, His Highness is already within this place, and as we speak right now, they are touring the academic facilities with the Minister for Health. And of course, like we mentioned earlier, they've been offering training to nurses and midwives since 2000, and more than 1,400 nurses and midwives have graduated from the Aga Khan Training School for Nurses and Midwives. And when we speak existence at school and being within the school premises, we have somebody who is in charge of your welfare, your well-being. Tell me your name.
Yes, absolutely. My name is Rachel Baldwin. I'm the Vice Provost Students for AKU Global. And to answer your question or to comment on what you mentioned, the beauty of the Aga Khan University is the commitment to students both inside and outside of the classroom. So not only in terms of health and well-being, we're also responsible for student leadership, for clubs and activities, for governance, and for student engagement around all of our campuses. So the beautiful part for myself and the team of professionals that I support is we have a very student-centric approach. So any of the students' interests outside of the classroom and enhancing their experiential learning is all handled through our offices.
And you have a very big task coming up ahead of you as we set up here.
Yes.
What's the expectation from yourself?
So not in terms of expectations, but I think what we've been very fortunate to do is our team has grown with this beautiful new facility. So in our previous campus, we had one full-time staff member to support our student population. We now have 4 specialized staff members who will be working here in Nakawa. We have our full-time student experience manager, our student counselor, our full-time housing coordinator who supports our beautiful living and learning community, and a full-time sports associate. So with the beautiful grounds, with the state-of-the-art facilities, now our students really have the opportunity to have the full wealth of campus life here at AKU.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, so with that said, I would like my camera person to just show you around, show them around and see it's full house already. Like I told you, the Aga Khan, His Highness, is already here. He's touring the academic facilities with the Minister for Health and a select few officials from here. We are waiting for the President to arrive, and then the program will officially kick off. So Priscilla, that's just a snapshot of what's going on here. We still have quite a number of people who are here to speak to us and give us more detail and information on the groundbreaking and the academic facilities and how to access all these facilities as Ugandans. So with me, I have a gentleman.
Salim Virani.
Yeah.
I serve as Vice Provost for Research for the Aga Khan University across all our 6 campuses in Pakistan, Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda, Afghanistan, as well as the UK. So I take care of the research for our university.
All right. So how significant is this day to you?
Extremely significant. I mean, we are now in Uganda formally, which is extremely important for us. And research forms a backbone of any university, any country, right? So if you look at AKU right now, our researchers publish somewhere between 1,750 to 1,800 publications every year. This work is cited 75,000 times. Every year, there are more than 500 policy documents that are impacted by this work. And the actual impact is in the quality of life of the people that we serve, including some of the research work that has already started in Uganda.
Okay. So going forward, what should be the expectation for anyone who is willing to join here and participate in the research?
Yeah. So I think for our students who join our campus, it's going to be absolutely wonderful for you in terms of your experience with research being part of your overall education. All the healthcare delivery that will be done here, the data that's generated out of that, we hope we'll be able to use it with good research to make it work for Ugandans. And then in addition to that, we also have our Institute of Educational Development that's going to be doing some projects here as well to see what's the best way to deliver education. We already had 2 projects that were done, one that was done with 1,200 Ugandan teachers, done with other AKDN agencies, and then there was one that was done with the Ministry of Education, trying to improve the quality of 800 government teachers in Uganda. So we hope that all of this research work will continue to improve not just healthcare, but the quality of education as well as the overall social well-being of the nation. And universities are the places where all this is born. So we hope that we will be that catalyst as a university in Uganda as well.
All right, thank you very much. And we will be looking forward to hearing from you later on as the event progresses. Thank you for your time. Yeah, so Priscilla, that's just a quick snapshot of what's happening here. His Highness is already here, making some tours around, and the other guests are already, taking their seats. We're also waiting on the arrival of the President, and then the function will officially kickstart. But most importantly to note is that there will be groundbreaking here for the first phase of the Aga Khan University Hospital in Kampala, and also inaugurating the teaching facilities here. They have been doing training for nurses and midwives for over 25 years, if you didn't know. And in that time, they produced about 1,500 of these cadres of health workers. And because it cuts across education and healthcare, we have representation from the Ministry of Education, we have representation from the Ministry of Health, we have several members of Parliament who are here to witness. And of course, this is also to say that the Aga Khan has invested in other sectors within the country, including hospitality and in the energy sector. Priscilla, that's all I could give you right now. We'll be looking around, searching for anyone with the most important information regarding today, and we will bring them to you.
All right, thank you so much, Walter Mwesije, as we wait for him to speak to other dignitaries in Nakawa right this afternoon. Just so you know, we had a conversation earlier this morning with Dr. Joseph Mwizera, who is the Associate Vice Provost for the Ugandan campus. He did confirm that there has been a full relocation of the university campus. Many of you have been hearing Aga Khan University campus, but you've been hearing it from Old Kampala on Gaddafi Road. Well, it has officially shifted to Nakawa as of today, with this event being ceremonial and syndicating of that shift. So the Old Kampala campus is no more. The shift started in July, and this was following the fulfillment of all the statutory as well as the regulatory requirements for the campus to move or to relocate to Nakawa, where you do have a magnificent building sitting on a 60-acre piece of land. Now, away from that, you do have also confidence that the university administration has been able to actually get all the necessary clearances to start operations in Nakawa, and these include occupation permits and approvals from the National Council of Higher Education, to whom they ascribe. Then you also do have the former campus, as it was earlier explained to us. The facilities there have been handed over to the Aga Khan Foundation. You also know that on that very same Gaddafi Road, there is the Aga Khan schools. And so the foundation will be taking over that property, and it's going to be working with the Aga Khan Education Services. They will be repurposing that site. So if you have been wanting to get to the Aga Khan University campus, and you're still thinking of Gaddafi Road as one of its campuses, well, no, that campus has officially been moved to Nakawa. Now, away from that, I also had the privilege of talking to Dr. Nicholas Katende, who is the university's academic registrar, and he told us that currently they are continuing to offer the academic programs that they have been offering over the course of the last close to 25 years for the campus here in Uganda. They've been offering a diploma in general nursing. They've also been having a Bachelor of Science in nursing. They've also been offering a Bachelor of Science in midwifery. Now, they have a new course that is coming on board by October. Its first intake is going to be this October 2025, and that's the newly approved Bachelor of Nursing Science, which is going to be admitting students from Senior 6 directly. So if you're a student who has actually done your PCB, as we used to call it back in school, so that is your physics, your biology, your chemistry, your English is also very crucial, and you have had good grades, or you have at least some good credits in your performances in Senior 6. Well, good news, now you have direct entry if you want to pursue nursing and midwifery courses in Uganda. Aga Khan University Kampala campus has made that possible. And then when we had a conversation with Dr. Mwizera Joseph, he did make an announcement of the Graduate School of Media and Communications that have been known to be located in Nairobi, Kenya. Well, that too, with plans in the offing, they will be launching their programs at this very same student center in Nakawa in a few months to come. This is going to be enabling Ugandan students having to stay here and enjoy their media and communication studies without having to relocate to Nairobi. The other thing that we have also been conversant with is the fact that many Ugandans have been going all the way to Aga Khan Hospital, Nairobi, and simply because in the East African region, it's been referred to as one of the best specialized hospitals. And so we've seen many of our public servants going there, many of the rich and those that have their money getting medical services from Aga Khan Hospital, Nairobi. It's been a reference for many of the hospitals from here, Uganda. But well, in 2 years' time, when there will be a full construction of the Aga Khan Hospital, Uganda, then that migration will not be necessary anymore. It will be a specialized hospital. Same, it's a copy and paste of what you have been getting in Nairobi. You will be getting it here in Uganda, Kampala. And so that means that you're saving up on a lot. You're saving up on time, first of all, because when you've been given a medical transfer or referral to a hospital that is outside of your vicinity or your borders, you get to see that it can be challenging. One, it can be challenging to secure tickets, to secure visas. And then two, it is quite more costly to move a person who is ill or who is having a sickness, who is ill or who is having a there. It's also hard to actually then get into the system and be able to be fitted in for your referral, and this is accordingly. But also the costs that come with that have been cumbersome. Yes, the government officials can afford them. Yes, the rich can afford them, but the middle class and the other wananchi may not be able to afford them. Actually, what we've been seeing over the course of the last 10 years is an evolution in affordability of healthcare outside of Uganda. One of the things that we have seen is mobilization of funds, medical funds, to help people that have difficult conditions get access to better medical care from outside Uganda. So on your social media platforms, in your WhatsApp groups, on the different social connect groups that you belong to, you have seen drives, car wash drives, you've seen game drives, you have seen quite a number of innovations that have been brought up by communities in order to support someone who needs to go and get better health care for the cancerous condition that they have, for the brain tumor that they have, for the heart issue that they have. And so those drives, people have had to solicit funds from their fellow family and friends, and this has been costing an arm and a leg to the tune of about 500 million Ugandan shillings to 1 billion Ugandan shillings. Now, this is not money that is in the bank account of an ordinary Ugandan, but of course, people lovingly wanting to save the lives of their friends and loved ones, they will break the bank for them. Now, with the introduction of the Aga Khan University Hospital here in Kampala, that is going to take away that cumbersome burden. At least it's going to cut down on the costs that have been accounted for by the people that have to go for these services. So with it being launched here in Uganda, it's going to definitely cut on the costs. And please note, currently, the hospital is actually running and functioning. It's just functioning with the education center alongside the Aga Khan University. And so they are running General Hospital, which is in Nakawa. So if you need general medical services, you can be able to go to Nakawa and be able to access that. One of the good things that they have actually worked on is access to it. Now, insurance is one of the things that the corporate world has used to ensure that employees in the corporate world are well taken care of as far as medical care is concerned. And so people are having insurance covers from all insurance companies in Uganda. Well, guess what? At the Aga Khan Hospital right now, the general clinic right now that is running, you don't have to worry about that. They do cater for all insurance covers from all insurance companies. All you need to do is go with your insurance card and you will be able to access medical care, and that will be instant medical care. Now, the other good thing that has also come through for the Aga Khan University Hospital in Nakawa is the fact that they have adopted a new trend that came courtesy of COVID-19, and that is telemedicare. That simply put, it means you don't have to move a muscle. You can stay in the comfort of your house or wherever it is that you've gotten the ailment from. For example, if you feel a little bit of a breathing difficulty and you are at your workplace, now you don't have to get into the car seat in the cumbersome traffic jam just so you can go to Nakawa to access services and to help you with your existing condition. They do have telemedicare, which means that they can now come to your location. They can come to your home and treat you from your home. They can come to your home and take diagnostics from your home. They can come to you and take lab tests from your home, and then they'll take them back, diagnose, and then they'll give treatments accordingly. And so you can actually get Medicare services right from the comfort of your home. If it's the difficulty that you've gotten at your workplace, you don't have to move. It's just a matter of reaching out to them, and then they can send a team of experts to help you right where you are. So that is another innovation that is putting them an age apart from the other hospitals that are in Uganda right now. Of course, what you're seeing on your screen there is a tour of the facility that is currently at the Nakawa campus. They do hold a few beds. It's mostly an outpatient hospital with specialized care that will be for specific conditions that they will give consideration for inpatient. That is a laboratory. They have state-of-the-art. One of the things that has impressed especially the medical fraternity is the fact that they have the latest technologies, latest equipment, latest diagnostic systems, and all these are aided to ensure that there is faster and efficient and effective delivery of healthcare services to us, Bana Uganda. But away from that and looking back to the university campus that is also being inaugurated today, you do have a question that has always come through, especially with an issue that we had recently through the university corridors. Some of the universities that are on the market and not fully chartered by the Council of Higher Education, and then some of the courses that they are offering are actually also not licensed by the council. And so it brought a lot of contention and a lot of pressure on not just the student body, but also on the parents that have been injecting in and an arm and a leg of finances to be able to have their children access education. And so when it comes to the Aga Khan University Uganda campus, this has been dealt with right from the onset. Their commitment is that they will have to go through all the necessary regulatory and standard requirements before they can implement or introduce anything as far as academics is concerned at the campus. So you do have the chartering conversation underway, and the university planning to introduce the new programs that I talked to you about. One of them is going to be a Bachelor of Education, for which they're getting a chartering for it. You do have Media Leadership and Innovation, a Master of Education, a Master of Science in Advanced Practice Midwifery, and also a Master of Arts in Digital Journalism. Now, one of the challenges that Dr. Joseph talked to us about was the fact that they do have a big alumni of over 1,500 students who want to upgrade their studies, but because they've gotten such world-class education from the Aga Khan University, they have found it very difficult to then get higher education. For example, if they've gotten a diploma, then they've found it difficult to have a degree in another school or another university or another institute. If they've attained a degree from the Aga Khan University, they have found it very difficult to enjoy their education, acquiring a higher level of education that would be a master's or a PhD. And so there's been that need, and there's been that gap that if the university could offer the higher levels of education, and then these students can be able, the alumni can be able to come back. If they left having acquired a diploma, then they can come back and pick up the bachelor's, which already exists. Now, the introduction of, for example, a Master of Science in Advanced Practice for midwifery, that goes a long way in retaining some of the alumni that had been wanting to advance their education in nursing and midwifery, but were not able to comfortably do it elsewhere. Another thing that the university has been able to do is to ensure that students don't have to feel the burden of education. And so there's offerings of scholarships and there's offerings of different payment plans that students can pick up on, because the students are working students. The nurses to go and practice nursing, but then have to come and do classes. So how they've done it is in such a manner that it's convenient for the students to be able to pick up on their studies and not fall behind, but also make sure that they're maintaining their practice. And so those are some of the things that have been very good coming out of this. We're going to take a short break. We'll be returning shortly, and we'll be getting a better picture of what's happening in Nakawa.
The International Criminal Court informed charges hearing in the case of prosecutor versus Joseph Kony, scheduled on the 9th to 11th September 2025 at the seat of the court in The Hague in the suspect's absence. This is not a trial, but a process for the judges to determine whether there is enough evidence for the case to proceed to trial. Joseph Kony, the alleged leader of the LRA, is suspected of 39 counts of war crimes and crimes against humanity allegedly committed between 1st July 2002 and 31st December 2005 in northern Uganda. The prosecution, the defense, and the lawyers for
They will come here, and then we shall also reduce the numbers from our referral hospitals. But most importantly, we are also starting a teaching hospital. And this teaching hospital will be one of the universities giving, reduce the numbers from our referral hospital, another level when it comes to healthcare. Yeah.
All right, thank you for your time. I'll let you proceed for the introduction. And of course, Priscilla, at this stage, I will also let the viewers now connect to the start of the function because the president has arrived.
We do believe that rain is a blessing, and it is blessing this occasion, but we hope the blessings will delay fire. The unveiling of the plaque is to take place outside the front of the building. Right now we have our Vice Chancellor, President Shahabuddin, together with our Board of Trustee Chair, welcoming him, His Excellency, together with the First Lady. We have Mr. Amin Mauji. We have Mr. Amin, ladies and gentlemen, who is welcoming His Excellency. There they go together. What a wonderful day. Yes, yes, let's celebrate this moment. This is the front end of the University Center. On the far back, as you can see on the right corner, that are the student residences. President Shahabuddin is walking to the commemorative plaque that they will unveil. A private moment shared by His Highness with His Excellency. We're looking from inside the University Center. Now we're looking towards the plaque, which they're just about to unveil, and there they are. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The inauguration of the University Center and student residences. On the plaque, it says, the University Center and student residences of the Aga Khan University were inaugurated by His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, President of the Republic of Uganda, in the presence of the Chancellor for the Aga Khan University, His Highness, the Aga Khan, 11 September 2025. Joining them there and shaking the hand is Pro-Chancellors Princess Zala Ala Khan and Prince Ali Muhammad. They are now taking photographs for prosperity. We can see the Chancellor, Pro-Chancellor standing right next to each other, the President of the University right beside them, Prince Ali Khan, Zakir Mahmood, our Board of Trustee. Then we have His Excellency, the President, followed by Mama, and by Mr. Amin Mauji, the resident representative. They are now going into the University Center, where there will be a small presentation of what the University Center is about, how it came about, its architectural language. As you can see, there is wonderful portraitures across the wall. President Shahabuddin is explaining the architecture and the design, why it was designed in this way. And each and every one of you will have the opportunity to visit, some today and some at a later date, because the university is open for business and the team is working in there each and every day, particularly as they get ready for the next cohort. 1, 2. 1, 2. At this time, President Shahabuddin is handing it over to Zined Suleiman to continue with the presentation. The presentation will be short and brief, succinct, to the point, as they talk about the architectural firm, Legoretta, who has been over 60 years in architectural work across the world and have been the ones chosen to design and build this building. The design of both buildings captures not just modern architectural concepts or important environmental adjustments to be made to it, but very importantly, through the color, through the art, through the design, you will find elements of the Ugandan culture embedded within itself, from the tile work, the choice of color, and the choice of artists. The gentleman speaking on the far left of your screen, next to Dr. Zinat Suleiman, is Victor Legoretta, the lead partner of the architectural firm that has designed this building. The building has been designed very importantly, not only to capture the cultural relevance, but also the environmental aspects, which is putting us fast on track for certification for energy conservation. Some of the features are water capture, minimal use of artificial heating and cooling, so we rely much more on natural ventilation, open spaces that allow for collaboration between students and among students, faculty, and researchers. Allow for collaboration between students and among students, faculty, and researchers. It houses the street. The residences that we have are very, very unique. Modern in style, spacious, well-lit, visually stimulating. They allow students both to relax as well as focus on the studies that they have at hand. These are all elements captured from His Highness's vision on what is a modern architectural building. Who is it designed for? Who are the users? So those are concepts captured in each and everything that is done. She not only will talk about the student residences and academic facilities, but we'll also talk about what will happen where we are sitting. So if you come and join us in a month or two, this same place will be a construction site. That's why it is leveled in this way. Therefore, as you come into this area, there'll be the majestic view of the valley to your right, your left sitting, but then you will see this wonderful facade of the new medical hospital right where you are. So we encourage you in about 3 years, if you're visiting, to make sure you come through and see what your contributions, your generous donations, your support has allowed to happen in here. Very importantly, with the construction of these buildings will be a solar array, which will be 2.8 megawatts, as well as efficient lighting, heat pumps, solar units, and our power correction factors. Building usage nowadays is highly, highly automated, and therefore the automation of these systems are critical for the efficiency and energy conservation measures that the Aga Khan University Hospital and academia, as well as the whole of the Aga Khan Development Network, which has vowed to be net zero by 2030. An ambitious goal and initiative that incidentally was conceived and chaired by His Highness. As a modern teaching hospital, it will feed directly into the academia. So our medical students, our nurses, those who want to capture from stories from our Graduate School of Media and Communications will have a place in which these stories and others can be captured. In it, we have wards in maternity, pediatrics, surgery, ICU, CCU, NICU, medicine, private wings, and other things. We are hoping that this will be a pipeline for greater healthcare within this region, not just Uganda, because we know there are clients who come from the surrounding nations for healthcare. As we mentioned, Zenat has completed the succinct presentation, and now they are proceeding to the next stage of today's event. His Highness is leading His Excellency across, and they will make their way to a marquee for all of us who are sitting here in the tent. The location is that small tent to your left, where there will be the actual signing of the documents. They are now leaving the building, and they will make their way across. Due to the change of weather, I believe the location may have been changed. As we can see from the umbrellas and the vicious wind, we do not want His Highness or His Excellency signing a document and Mother Nature takes it away. Once this is signed, if it is signed at this location, they will make it across here to this marquee, after which we will move quickly into the next event. As they make their way there was a very interesting trivia we noted about the movement of today and today's date. But before I go there, I will confirm where they will sign these documents. Yes, I believe they will go into that location and sign those documents, signifying the commencement of the construction of the University Hospital right here in Nakawa. With that said, I will now hand it over to my colleague, Mr. Nicholas, who serves as the registrar of Aga Khan Uganda, who will guide that group through it. Over to you, Nick.
Thank you, Diana Gitonga. Ladies and gentlemen, we're just about to witness the signing of the agreement that will signal the commencement of the construction of the Aga Khan University, Kampala. Aga Khan University Hospital, Kampala. The key signatory to the agreement will be His Excellency President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, witnessed by Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Right Reverend Honorable Thomas Taiwa, His Highness the Aga Khan, Chancellor of the Aga Khan University, witnessed by the AKU University, Vice Chancellor Dr. Sulaiman Shahabdin. We are honored to have with us at this moment as our First Lady, Honorable Janet Museveni, Minister of Health, Honorable Dr. Jane Ruth Acheng, AU Pro-Chancellor, Princess Zahra Aga Khan, Princess Ali Muhammad Aga Khan, Chair of the AKU Board of Trustees, Mr. Zahil Muhammad, AKDN Diplomatic Representative, East Africa, Mr. Amin Mauji, Mrs. Janet Sulaiman.
Okay, thank you. Yes.
His Excellency, the President of Uganda, that is your President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, and His Highness Aga Khan are now signing the documents and signaling the beginning of the construction of the Aga Khan University Hospital, Kampala. This ensures that the university will meet all the legal requirements that adheres to the country's laws and policies. Ladies and gentlemen, the documents that have been signed commence the construction of the Aga Khan University Hospital, which will only not provide high quality care to the people of Uganda, but also train specialists in the region. So our guests, the chief guest, the chancellor, and the distinguished guests, please, you may go to the main event. Thank you. Over to you, Gitonga and Diana.
Thank you, Nicholas, for that wonderful narration. We are so excited to see that happen, moving quickly and succinctly. His Excellency and His Highness will now walk across. Symbolically, we have all the flags flying wonderfully in the weather at full mast, and they will be joining us. At the relevant point, we will call upon all of us to stand, so you can remain seating, but as they get close, we'll call upon you to stand in a sign of respect of His Excellency, the Republic of Uganda, as well as His Highness. Ladies and gentlemen, as they make their way over here and historic photographs are being taken, we would like to emphasize or let you know that as we expand our campus right here in Uganda, that we are located not only in Kenya or Uganda, but we are also in Tanzania. Our mother campus is in Karachi, Pakistan, and we have this Institute for the Study of Muslim Civilizations in London, and a hospital in Afghanistan. 3 continents, 6 countries, changing lives wherever Aga Khan Development Network is. Ladies and gentlemen, may we please all rise to recognize our guests of honor. Let us welcome them with a round of applause. Let us continue clapping as they make their way to the main stage. A wave by His Excellency to all of us, recognizing each of every one of us. A wave by His Highness to all of us. What a wonderful gesture to recognize each and every one of us in this tent. The party now slightly separates as the principal guests of honor move to the front stage. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll ask you to remain standing for the playing of the national anthem of Uganda and the national anthem of East Africa.
Thank you very much. We may all be seated. We will now have the recitation of the Tilawat by Mr. Abubakar Kalyasubula, a student, enrolled nurse, followed by the invocation delivered by Mrs. Brenda Kusima, a student from the Bachelor of Science in Nursing.
Protocol observed. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. واعتصموا بحبل الله جميعا ولا تفرقوا واذكروا نعمة الله عليكم إذ كنتم أعداء فألف بين قلوبكم فأصبحتم بنعمته إخوانا صدق الله العظيم. The translation: in the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful, and hold fast all together by the rope which God stretches out for you, and be not be divided among yourselves, and remember with gratitude God's favor on you, for ye were enemies and he joined your hearts in love, so that by his grace you became brethren. Thank you very much.
I'll call us to a Psalm 127, verse 1 and 2. Unless the Lord builds the house, those who build it labor in vain. Unless the Lord watches over the city, the watchman stays awake in vain. It is in vain that you raise up early and go late to rest, eating the bread of anxious toil, for he gives to his beloved sleep. Lord of all wisdom and giver of every good gift, yours is the earth in all its fullness. Yours is the knowledge that enlightens minds. Yours is the mercy that redeems souls. Today, we gather in humble thanksgiving for your goodness that has brought us to this moment, the inauguration of Aga Khan University in Kampala. We acknowledge that apart from you, we can do nothing, but in you, all things hold together. Grant, therefore, that this university may be built upon truth that cannot be shaken, upon grace that never fails, and upon love that reaches the ends of the earth. We give thanks for the vision and labor of those who dreamed and toiled to establish this institution of learning. May their legacy remind us that education is not an ornament for pride, but a stewardship for service, not merely a pursuit of knowledge, but a calling to wisdom and virtue, not for self alone, but for the flourishing of neighbor and the glory of your name. Bless, O Lord, our leaders with discernment that is pure and peaceable, our faculty with knowledge tempered by humility, and our students with a hunger not only for truth, but for justice, mercy, and integrity. And so we pray for this university. May it be a beacon of truth in a world of confusion. May it be a sanctuary of wisdom, and may it serve generations who will live not for themselves, but for you and for the good of all people. And so, Sovereign Lord, crown this beginning with your favor, sustain it with your spirit, and grant that this work bears fruit for your glory and our good. We ask this in the saving name of our Lord Jesus Christ. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Assalamu alaikum. Tusanyusa okubalaba mwenna abazze leero. My name is Diana Namubiru Sewanyana, and I serve in the capacity of Business Development Manager and Operation for the Aga Khan University Hospitals in Kampala.
And I am Gitonga Mbijiwe, the Aga Khan University's Associate Vice Provost of Administration, Kenya. Diana and I will be serving as your mistress and master of ceremonies on this historic occasion. It is our pleasure to welcome you to the Aga Khan University. We thank you for joining us in celebrating the inauguration of our University Center, our student residence, and the commencement of construction of the Aga Khan University Hospital, Kampala, Uganda. Before we begin, we would like to recognize our guests. His Excellency, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. His Highness, the Aga Khan, Chancellor of the Aga Khan University. The Honorable and First Lady and Minister of Education and Sports, Janet Museveni. Our Deputy Speaker of Parliament and the Right Honorable Thomas Tariebwa. Princess Zara Aga Khan, Pro-Chancellor of the Aga Khan University. Prince Ali Muhammad Aga Khan and Mr. Peter Primus, Deputy Ambassador of the Federal Republic of Germany to the Republic of Uganda. Your Excellencies and honored guests, we are grateful to have you with us today. We also recognize members of government and representatives of the diplomatic community, Chair and members of the Uganda National Council for Higher Education, Chair Zakir Mahmoud, and members of the Aga Khan University Board of Trustees and Governing Councils, Aga Khan University Vice Chancellor and President Dr. Suleiman Shahabuddin, and the faculty and staff of the university, the university's generous donors and supporters, and all our distinguished guests.
I now take the pleasure to invite Dr. Suleiman Shahabuddin, Vice Chancellor and President of the Aga Khan University, to address the audience.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. His Excellency, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, His Highness the Aga Khan, Chancellor of the Aga Khan University, Her Excellency, the First Lady and Minister of Education and Sports, Mama Janet Museveni, Minister of Education and Sports, Mama Janet Museveni, Pro-Chancellor of the Aga Khan University, Prince Ali Muhammad Aga Khan, Mr. Peter Primus, German Deputy Ambassador to the Republic of Uganda, Chair Zakir Mahmoud, and members of the AKU Board of Trustees and Governing Councils, generous donors, supporters, distinguished guests, a very good afternoon to all of you. It is my profound honor, privilege to welcome you all to the new home of the Aga Khan University in Uganda. To do so in the company of His Excellency, the President, His Highness the Aga Khan, the First Lady, Princess Zara, and Prince Ali Muhammad elevates this moment to one of unforgettable significance. A decade ago, our late and beloved founding Chancellor stood on this very ground and envisioned a university that would serve Uganda as a center of excellence in education, knowledge creation, and healthcare. He declared, and I quote, "When this institution is built, It is my hope that it will have brought to Uganda modern medicine in the best conditions in intimate partnership with the public sector, unquote. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we take a monumental step towards fulfilling that vision. We celebrate the completion of the University Center and student residences, and we inaugurate the construction of the Aga Khan University Hospital. Your Excellency, President, we cannot thank you enough. From inception to the present, and at every step along the way, this project has benefited immensely from your determined leadership. You have often reminded us we need education for socio-economic transformation of our people. This campus, your campus, and soon the University Hospital are dedicated to that very purpose. They will serve as engines of transformation, equipping Ugandans with the knowledge and skills to improve lives and build the future. Your Highness, it was our privilege to have commenced this endeavor under the leadership of our founding Chancellor. To bring it to completion under your Highness is an honor of the highest order. As you have reminded us, access to high-quality education is a fundamental pillar of our approach to development and has the potential to bring about transformational and lasting impact. Thank you, Your Highness, for honoring us with your presence today. Honorable First Lady, 2 years ago you joined us in celebrating the start of construction on this site together with Princess Zara. At that time, we promised you a world-class campus, and I hope that you have lived up to your expectations. It is such a great pleasure to welcome you back, and we greatly look forward to continuing to work with you and your colleagues in your ministry from our new home in Nakawa. Mr. Primus, Excellency, I wish to convey our heartfelt appreciation to BMZ, KFW, and the government of Germany. Your enduring partnership with the AKDN has been indispensable, and you have our deepest gratitude. We are also pleased to acknowledge the presence and welcome our esteemed friend, Christoph Diskens, the Director for Africa for KFW. Thank you, Christoph, for being with us today. To our ever so loyal donors, thank you very much. Your extraordinary generosity has enabled us to bring our Chancellor's vision to life. We are profoundly grateful. We are deeply honored that you have chosen to be with us on this special day. Your generosity will continue to shape the lives of future students and patients, leaving a legacy that will endure for generations. The Nakawa campus, ladies and gentlemen, is amongst the most significant investments the university has made anywhere in its history. Our 7 stories, 12,000 square meters university center will provide everything our faculty, staff, and students need to excel. At a time when digital is opening up incredible new possibilities, the center's teaching, learning, and research facilities are equipped with the latest technologies. We have also designed the center to foster teamwork and intellectual exchange, as well as inspiration through its wide open spaces, bursts of color, and sweeping views. Our student residences reflect our belief that true education extends beyond the classroom. With welcoming living quarters, a gym, cafeteria, lounges, and a rooftop terrace, they will nurture friendships, wellness, and the networks that sustain lifelong success. Importantly, these residences will also welcome students from other institutions, enriching Uganda's academic community. I am very proud to report that all 3 buildings have received EDGE Advanced certification for their energy efficiency based on their design. The hospital, for example, will use 60% less energy than a typical building of its size. Ladies and gentlemen, let me recognize the outstanding teams responsible for bringing these wonderful facilities to life. Our design architect, Inaugurated from Mexico, represented today by Mr. Victor Inaugurated. Arab contractors and the subcontractors, represented by Mr. Muhammad Tolba. Our local consultants, Symbian Uganda Limited. We have Ms. Susan Atai with us today. Harold Fenwick, Kenya Quantity Surveyors, represented by Mr. Bashir Haji. I'll just pause for a moment while the chairs are being resettled.
As we're just making a slight adjustment, ladies and gentlemen, just slightly move back so the front row is not rained upon. We thank you for understanding.
Okay, moving on. I also wish to recognize the project team. Sorry. I also wish to recognize the project team led by Dr. Zinat Suleiman and Mr. Salim Lakhani for their valuable efforts in project management and execution. Many colleagues from the Aga Khan University have supported these developments with passion, commitment, and a sense of purpose. And to all of them, I say a huge thank you. Soon these facilities will be joined by the Aga Khan University Hospital, an institution that will provide Ugandans with world-class care at home. We expect that the new hospital will open its doors in early 2028 and will offer disciplines from cardiology to oncology, neurosciences to maternal and child care. I'm also delighted that the Nakawa Specialty Center that we started 2 years ago on this site has been well received and has helped increase access to quality care to Ugandans. With these academic, residential and clinical foundations, we will expand our School of Nursing and Midwifery in Kampala, building on more than 2 decades of work and 1,500 Ugandan graduates. For the first time in Uganda, we will also train postgraduate medical education in many, many needed fields.
Our aspiration is to nurture and empower future leaders who will shape policy and influence events for generations to come.
About 90% of the students that come to our school of nursing and midwifery in Uganda have received financial assistance. And once they complete their studies, they go back to their communities and be able to serve those communities. I've been able to support nurses from Mulago, which is our national referral hospital, who have come and benefited from support in our programs.
We went into a partnership with Aga Khan University to train our nurses. So this was a very big opportunity for us. We offer them a training site for their students because they come and rotate here. So it was a give and take. The Uganda health system needs more skills, and this is an area which Aga Khan University is offering. This is where I see the future: research collaboration and specialized training.
I coordinate all stakeholders that implement early childhood care and education in the country. We need to bring all children on board, including those with disability. We are also looking at gender responsiveness. Those are components that have been missing, but with all the rigor and training I acquired at Aga Khan, I made sure that they are integrated into the policy. I'm proud to be an alumni of Aga Khan because they have made me what I am.
The programs at Aga Khan University are very pragmatic because they give you real-life skills in tandem with the challenges that you're facing in the industry. The modern day newsroom requires journalists who think and who do a lot of journalism, not just reporting. And the programs at the Aga Khan University help journalists to develop solutions for the modern day newsroom.
The Aga Khan Development Network has been doing development work here in this region now for over 100 years. Today, human capital development is very critical. And so we are prioritizing education, healthcare.
We today offer 10 degree programs. We'll add another half a dozen programs. We will invest in technologies. We will invest in artificial intelligence. We will invest in the science of climate change and environment sustainability. We will invest in a health system enterprise. The new university hospital coming up in Kampala is going to be a milestone. Our intent is to become much more strategic and much more deeper in our partnerships. For us to work with government and to work with public sector actors and institutions is extremely important, and we'll reach out more and more to see how we can come together to serve the populations of the countries where we operate. I think the next 10 years is going to be extremely exciting for the Aga Khan University. With the completion of our Kampala campus, I would say that we are now completing phase 1 of AKU's presence in East Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, I have worked very hard on this speech and I have to finish it. So after the video, this wonderful video, all I want to say is that our journey in Kampala is just beginning. The next few years hold much excitement for the youth and for the Urban Development Network. However, no matter how much we may evolve, this moment today will hold a very special place in youth history. Every future achievement of Urban Development in Uganda will be based upon the foundations laid here in Nakawa by our visionaries, partners, and friends who have made this a reality. As the African proverb reminds us, knowledge is like a garden. If it is not cultivated, it cannot be harvested. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we plant the seeds that will nourish Uganda for generations. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for those remarks, President Shahabuddin. Though the weather has come down, we ask for the blessings, we ask for a delay, but they're here. But nonetheless, we move forward, and we are in a place where we can continue. May I now kindly call upon Mr. Peter Primus, the Deputy Ambassador of the Federal Republic of Germany to the Republic of Uganda, for his presentation.
Thank you, organizing team, for making it possible to continue the speeches without getting wet. Thank you, President, for the warm and welcoming words. Can everybody hear me well? Good. Yeah. Good afternoon to everybody, also from my side. Your Excellency, President of the Republic of Uganda, Your Very Kaguta Museveni, His Highness Prince Rahim Aga Khan, Chancellor Aga Khan University, Honorable First Lady and Minister of Education.
All right, as the speeches go on, of course, we do apologize. There's been interruption of Mother Nature there in Nakawa, but the ceremony nevertheless does continue on. We are looking at the launching of the Aga Khan University, and that is the Ugandan campus in Nakawa. We're also looking to the construction groundbreaking of the Aga Khan Hospital, still that is going to be hosted in the same event. We do have the principal chief guest being the President of the Republic of Uganda, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, who has been accompanied by the First Lady, who also is the Minister of Education and Sports, and that is Honorable Janet Kataha Museveni. You also do have the chief guest of honor being Prince Rahim Aga Khan V, who has been accompanied by Princess Zara Aga Khan and Prince Ali Mohammed, all gracing this event as the official hosts. Now, we also had an earlier speech that was coming in from Dr. Shahabuddin, who is the president of the Aga Khan University Global Network. And he's been alluding unto us the emphasis of the campus relocation in Nakawa and emphasizing the need for the university to collaborate closely with local communities, conduct joint research, and as well as deliver academic and healthcare services in partnership with Ugandan universities. Earlier on, he was able to show us a picture of a ground tour of the university campus in Nakawa and what the architectural impressions look like presently and currently. We'll be joining that event back a little bit later on. For now, we are going to be going to the International Criminal Court hearing in The Hague, and this is looking into the charges of war crimes and crimes against humanity that have been placed on Joseph Kony, who is a fugitive rebel leader for the Lord's Resistance Army. Now, the ICC's first in absentia hearing, which started off 2 days ago, did confirm charges to Joseph Kony, and the warlord is facing 39 counts, including murder, rape, sexual slavery, enslavement, torture, allegedly committing these in northern Uganda between 2002 and 2005. We are being joined by Joram Paul Sonko, who's going to be taking us through what has been transpiring right from day 1, day 2, and today being day 3 of the ICC hearing on the case of Joseph Kony, and he's going to be talking to some experts on the other side. And then later on, we'll also be going live to The Hague to hear from the different teams that will be making submissions. That is the prosecution and the defense teams. Joram Paul Sonko, over to you.
For 40 years, your trust has been our most valuable investment.
We have turned your savings into investments, delivering returns that grow with you.
We are driven by innovation, defined by convenience. So wherever life takes you, your fund is right there.
Mommy, look. Because we are in the business of changing lives today and shaping tomorrow.
Join us for the 13th annual members meeting.
Happening 22nd September 2025, starting at 9 a.m. live on TV and online to discover a steadfast performance guided by accountability and built on transparency. Visit www.nssfug.org/AMM 2025 to register your attendance. NSSF, a better life.
And the change of government won't stop a thing. I've run out of fingers counting the number of multinationals setting up here.
What about the 3 companies that announced their plans to launch last week?
I say they're shopping. Me, I'd be looking to sell.
At what price?
More. Much, much more.
I don't know who you are or how you know these things, but one thing I'm sure of, you're in the wrong job. Here, call me tomorrow at 9 o'clock in the morning. I'd like to hear more from you.
Are you ready for your big break? The East African, understanding the region.
NTV, turning on your world.
Good afternoon.